Welcome back, everyone. In this lesson, we're going to cover two data types. We're going to cover tuples, and then we're going to cover sets. Now, tuples is a very short lesson. The tuples we can cover very quickly. It's not used very often, but you need to be aware of it. Tuple is basically just like a list, but it's immutable. It can't be changed once created. You can also use an index to access any item within that tuple. And you use round brackets to signify that it's a tuple. So let's just go and have a look at how we create it and how we access it, and then we'll move on to sets. Okay, here we are back in the coding screen, and I've created a tuple called Peter's claims, and there's just basically a list of numbers signifying the claim that he's worked on in that day. So we use the round brackets to signify that this is a tuple, a list of items which cannot be changed once created. Now you may think, why don't I just use a list? And you'd be right to think that. Most people will just use a list. But it's a data type that gives you a choice of how to store your data, so I want to cover it anyway. So if I wanted to access, for example, the first item on there, I'd say print, the case, print Peter's claims 0, and around that I would then get 1, okay, which is the first element, remembering that we start at 0 always. And just to show you, we'll print the type of a variable, and we see indeed it is a tuple. Okay, that's all I want to cover in tuples, just so that you are aware of that data type existing. And if you ever wanted to store your data in an immutable data structure, tuples are there for you. We're now going to look at sets. Okay, now sets in Python are a built-in data type which are mutable, meaning that you can add or remove elements from an existing set. They're unordered, so you can't actually access using an index, unlike a list. And it doesn't allow duplicate elements. So if you created a set with non-unique elements in it, it would only show unique elements if you retrieved from that set. Now, those of you who've been to school and studied Venn diagrams, you'll see the value of sets, because we can then look at two sets of data and find the union, the intersection, or the difference. And that can be very useful when we're looking at data streams arriving into our organization. Let's go over to the coding screen and we'll learn by example. Okay, here we are in the coding screen. So the first thing we're going to do is create a set. Now the way I'm going to create this set is actually setting up my list first and passing the contents of that list into the set. And I'll show you how I do that. Now what I've got here is a variable called Monday claims. Okay, so it's a list of claim numbers which have been assigned to this variable, and it's a list. Okay, we know that by the square brackets, and there's 4 items in that list. Okay, that has been assigned to the variable, and we can print the type of that. And you'll see that that is a list, okay? Let's go now and assign that list into a set. And the way we do that, we say, remember we discussed how a set is only a list of unique values. If you look at the contents of that list there are duplicates in there, okay? So CL123 is duplicated. So when we create a set from that list, it will only hold the unique values. So I'm going to call this variable unique Monday, okay? And we'll say is equal to set Monday claims. I'm going to print that. See what we get. So you see now that we've got 3 items, i.e. the unique claim numbers from here, CL123, CL234, and CL345 because the set only holds unique values. We've created that using a list. We could type those in manually if we wanted to, but in this case we've taken a feed in from another variable. And if we do a print of the type of unique Monday, when we print the set, Python puts curly brackets either side of it. So how do we create an empty set? We want to create an empty set. All we do is say empty set, or anything we want to call it, equals set, and open and close bracket. So basically there's nothing inside it. Whereas up here, if you saw, we put the variable Monday claims, which was a list, inside the brackets to say, take the contents of that and create a set from it. Here we're putting nothing inside, so therefore it's going to be an empty set. And if we do a print of empty set, Python tells us that it's just a set with nothing in it. Now let's look at some other set operations. Let's look at union, the content of one group of items with another group of items. In this case, we're going to combine two sets and bring out a combination. So let's create another variable, and we'll call this one Tuesday claims. Okay, and we're going to put in there three claim numbers, CL234, CL456, and CL345. Now if you look at Monday claimed, you'll see that CL234 exists in there as well. And the way we look at a union is we'll say, we'll call the variable all unique, because we know that when we create a set, we only get unique values. And we'll say unique Monday union, and we use this method here, Tuesday claims. We'll do a print of that. So what have we done? We've taken this list here, or this set here, which consists of this list of claim numbers, and we're taking Tuesday claims, which is this list of items, and we're doing a union. And because we're applying a set method, the output is going to be a set. And when we run that, we will get only unique claim numbers between the two sets of values. Now note that we didn't put the Tuesday claims list into a variable as a set first. Because we applied the set method of union, it took the list of values, unioned them with the unique Mondays set, and produced another set of unique values based upon those two inputs. So just to be clear, we took a set called unique Monday, we applied a set method called union, and we said we're going to union it with Tuesday claims. Now Tuesday claims just happen to be a list. It could be any iterable. It could even be a tuple. So even if we said Tuesday claims is a tuple of three items, it would still allow us to do a union. The main thing here is that the union method is applied to a set. So unique Monday in this case. Next, we're going to look at intersection. So intersection is where there are common claim numbers between the two lists of claims, okay? And the way we do that is we do take unique Monday, apply a set method or intersection, and we put into there the Tuesday claims. Now my IDE here is giving me options as I type, as you'll see, so I don't have to type everything in. You may not have that, so you have to type everything in. You may have a different ID that does the same thing. Now let's print those common claims. So we see that the common claim output there is CO234 and 345. And indeed, if we look at this list, 234 exists in both, and 345 exists in both. 456 is unique to Tuesday, and 123 is only in Monday. Now, if we wanted to work out what the difference was between one set and another, we can use the difference method. So in this case, if you look on the screen, what I've done is I've done unique Monday dot difference Tuesday claims. So basically everything that was in Monday but wasn't in Tuesday. And if I reversed that, I would get whatever's in Tuesday but not in Monday. So go and practice that one. Now we can add to a set as well, because remember it's mutable. And we use the add method. So we're going to add a claim CL567. And we just print that now. We'll see now that 567 has been added to the list of claims in unique Monday. Similarly, we can do a remove. So we could remove that one again. See, initially we saw it added, and now it's disappeared again. Now you can actually test to see whether a particular claim number exists inside a set. And the way you do that is use an if. Do if CL345 in unique Monday using a colon and then indent. And this ID automatically indents because it knows we're using an if. We can do print it exists. And if you run that, you see that it does that test and it says, yes, this is in this list of unique Monday claims, or inside this set, I should say. We can also loop through all of the claim numbers in a set by doing for claim, and this is just a variable that we're using. What it's doing is going through this entire set, assigning each item to claim and just printing it. So we indent here as well, using the colon. We indent here. It's very important that you indent correctly in Python. So saying, go through this set called unique Monday. Every time you hit an item in there, assign it to this variable, then print this variable, then go back for the next one. And you see it's gone through, iterating through that set and listing each item in there. And that's as much as I want to cover for sets. It's a data type that holds unique values. They don't have an index, and it is mutable, meaning we can change it. Go ahead and practice, because now we're getting into something a little bit more involved. Please go and practice, learn how to use the methods, and you'll soon get used to it.